it's Diane at Minerva. I hope you're all having a super week, and today I'm going to share with you a sew along for this wonderful Teddy designer top by Sewalong. Now, as you can see, it's available in two lengths, a crop version or a tunic style, and today I'm going to be making the tunic style in this wonderful Minerva core range stone-washed Remy linen. This colour is red, but it is available in 34 colours should you wish to choose something different. Should you wish to sew along with me today, here's what you'll need to make this garment. The Sewalong pattern, the Remy linen in the colourway of your choosing, and a matching thread. Always remember to wash and prepare your fabric before you begin, and to check your sizing on the pattern. Do this to ensure a really good fit. When you've done that, we're ready to go and cut our pattern pieces together. Let's go and do that together now. So here we have our pattern pieces. So here is your back, and you're going to cut one piece on the fold. So the fold is here. Make a note of the markings. The snip's here, and here we have this curved hem. Here we have the front, and this time you're going to cut one main pair. Note the markings for the collar here and these notches. And this part is straight at the front here. Make a note of these notches. Here we have our front facing. You're going to cut one pair and a fuse. So interfacing for those as well. And the straight grain is here. Then we have the back neck facing, cut one in your main fabric and one in interfacing. Here we have the collar, so we cut one pair and one in interfacing. This is your straight grain here. The sleeve cuff, the straight grain goes this way. Again, cut one pair. Here we have the back hem facing. You're going to cut one here, one main one on the fold, and the fold of the fabric is here. Here we have the hem facing for the front, and again we're going to cut one on the fold, and the fold line is here. And for all of these pieces, again, make sure that you note the markings so that they're these small notches, or you may want to mark them in chalk as you wish. Make sure you transfer all your markings before you continue. Now we're ready to begin making our top, and first of all you want to wind half of your thread onto your spool and check that your machine needle is sharp. Now I'm using a standard, a universal size 8T needle today, as I found that that works best for me on this Remy linen fabric. You may want to test a little piece and see what works best for you. Now when we've done that, we're going to take our front pieces of our collar and we're going to stitch them both together around the outside edge. So you'll want to interface one before you start. And then we're just going to do this on the outer edge, and then we're going to give it a press. Now while you're here, we love it if you take a look at the Minerva Craft Club, because with the Minerva Craft Club you'll get 10% off all your orders for a whole year. So why not check that out in a moment? We'd also love it if you create a free account and connect with our wonderful worldwide sewing community. You can join in with sharing your posts and collecting all your ideas in one place. Let's go ahead and sew our collar pieces together now. Now it's a 1 centimetre seam on this pattern. Now we're going to sew our two short ends of our cuffs together. Then we're going to turn it the right way out, and we're going to fold it in half. Like this. And we're going to press the cuffs. So repeat on both sides. Now you're going to stitch your neck facings together. So you want to attach them at the shoulder here. So this is the shoulder part of your neck facings. So we've got this round curve, and it's always best if you lay them out because you can see then exactly where you're working. So this we want to flip over, and we're going to stitch it in position here with a 1 centimetre seam. Now with right sides facing, you're going to place your front pieces on top of your back, and we're going to join the side seams and the shoulders. Match your notches. Now the shoulder seams. Now we're going to sew a line of stay stitching around our neckline to stabilise it. Now we're going to attach our collar at the neck and down the front. So what you want to do is you want to find the centre. So if your markings have disappeared or you can't see them, they may have rubbed off if you've used chalk now, you may want to remark them or snip them. Make sure you've got this centre point correct first of all here, and then your markings here and here at the shoulders, look. So you have snip here and a snip here at the shoulders, and then also we've got them down the front like this, so you want to make sure that they line up. And then here for your collar placement, look, if you look on the other side, you want to make sure that that collar is lining up with your marking here and on the other side here, so that they come together nicely when we join the centre seam. So we're going to stitch this in place first of all. At this stage, you're going to sandwich your collar between your garment and your neck facing. So again, you want to find the centre back, match up your notches with the shoulders. If you find this is not matching up correctly, you may need to make a little adjustment on your facing piece. And then you want to make sure that the notches here and here, again, line up as you go down the front. So you need to make sure that they're in line before pinning. And again, further down, look, we have a notch here and also here. And as you can see here, I've edged finished around the outer edge of my facing piece at this point. That's just overlapping. I just need to move that one up just ever so slightly. There. I'm going to add in my Minerva maker label at this point. I will tag some of these below as well. Sew your centre front seam. Now what I'm doing is I'm sewing it from this point here where your V-neck meets, and I'm leaving my facing just for the minute. I'm going to stitch my facing pieces together in a moment when I've just checked that my neck is all lying nice and flat. Now as we've got quite a lot of layers of fabric coming together here, and we're using this Rennie linen, it is quite thick here. Now if you're using a finer fabric, you probably won't have this issue, but it may be difficult to check that your V is lying correctly, or this bulk here might be making it difficult for you. So what I've done is I've stopped at this point and I've hand stitched it together to check on my V on the other side. So I've just popped my needle there for now. I've done a few hand stitches, and now I can see that that is lying together perfectly there and there. It's the same distance on both sides, and now I can go back over this with my machine. I'm also going to catch in my facing pieces this time. So now that I'm happy with that, I can tie off my hand stitches. I'm going to leave those in just to keep it in place, and I'm going to stitch it with the machine now. So you might want to do that also just to check and just to make sure that everything's lying nice and flat. Now you're going to pin your cuff to your armhole. Now make sure that you match your notches so you've got it the right way, and I've opened it up here because we're going to be folding this to the inside to enclose the seam. I don't see any reason why you couldn't stitch both pieces together like so and overlock it off if you wish, but we're doing it this way as it states, and then we're going to turn it in so that you're hiding the raw edges. So make sure you match all your notches as you're doing this. Now stitch your hem bands together at the side seams, and then we're going to pin them to the bottom of our top. Now you want to make sure that you're matching your notches again, so we have 2 here at the back. So if you pin this point and the side seams and then pin the rest of the curve, and then carry on pinning all the way around. After we've done that, and that is stitched in place, we're going to turn that up to the inside, and then we're going to, from the right side, top stitch around it. So here is the finished top. So this particular version is made up in a style arc size 18. So you can see it's straight across the front and it dips down at the sides, has the deep faced hem here with the stitching. I actually did it from the inside. I found it was easier to follow the line that way. And it has the curved hem, the longer hem at the back. Well, I hope you've enjoyed sewing along with me today. And if you've made this pattern before, please let us know in the comments below along with any photographs. We always love to see what you've been making. I think this would look good in a range of fabrics, including our new Minerva exclusive French terre. I think this would work really well in a nice soft fabric such as that. Or any of our other exclusive viscose chalet fabrics. It would look good in a print as well as a nice solid such as this one. Remember to like and follow Minerva to get more video content like this every week. And if you like what I'm wearing today, this is one of our exclusive viscose chalet fabrics, and this one is called Jungle Dreamer. If you're interested in this, I will link the fabric and pattern below. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope to be back with another sew along really soon. Bye for now.